This is a very important thing. Whatever I might say, I'll tell you what students normally look for, and then I'll tell you what actually students should look for. What students look for first is the average pay packet. They don't care whether the companies which are coming are with really true or not, whether the average salary makes any difference to them, because average is a very, very wrong statistic. If we have 10 people in the class, one guy gets, let's say, 1 crore rupees and 9 others don't get a job also, the average will still be 10 lakhs. It will be showing that, look, the average in this college is 10 lakh rupees. Whereas the fact of the matter is only one guy probably is getting a job. Of course, I'm exaggerating the entire idea to show that, look, average placement is probably the worst indicator for anybody to take a job. But then in this country where there is so much of pressure on finishing education and taking up a job, and that is cultural and social both, I don't know what else the student would have or should have done. But this is as far as they don't care about who the people who teach are, what the kind of companies coming are, what the kind of profiles that are being taught are, etc. kind of things. But if you ask me, what should a student look at? I think first the student should look at where is he or where he or she is in terms of skill sets. Understanding an MBA and what skill sets are required for a manager, I think first and foremost, the student should spend time on the curriculum which is being taught in that business schools. Because most curriculum in almost all business schools is a rundown version of what the IIMs and some of the top institutes do. They do not cater to the need of, let's say, the student in that sense, or for that matter, the corporate. Still teach principles of management starting from FW, Taylor, etc. kind of things, which nobody in the world remembers also the moment they have finished their exam. So it has to become more practical. So the curriculum of any business school and how they try to teach this will become, I think, the single most important factor that the student should look at. The second thing is obviously who is teaching. It is not just enough that an IIM professor teaches or lots of PhDs who are there in the college, or the number of people who are teaching that matters. It is neither the number nor the degree nor this thing. I think it is the way they teach, and therefore the feedback from the seniors when they are applying to any business school makes a lot more difference than just looking at brochures on brochures and figuring out that there are 100 people teaching or 50 people teaching with 25 doctors and so many IIM guys kind of things. And the third, of course, which is very important, is placements. I'm not saying placements are not important, considering that, look, every student is looking for a growth after their degree. An MBA should ideally give that growth, and that growth means not just growth in terms of salary, but also a growth in terms of their profile of education. Example could be a IT engineer. A software engineer, if he is a software engineer, he can keep going into for the next 10 years and he become a team lead and a module lead and probably a project manager later on. What they have to look at when they are joining a business school is which companies are coming in and what kind of profiles are being offered to the students of that business school. If that profiles are published by business schools also, I think the business school ought to be a lot more honest than people only just showing a lot of logos that, okay, XYZ company or a PQR company comes into this company. Because every company has jobs, right from that of a peon to that of a CEO for that matter. So it is very, very important that it is not the companies which come that matter, but the companies come with what kind of profiles that the student should look for. And that also they will only know when they talk to the students directly rather than just look at brochures on that. And if any business school gives that information, and like some of the business schools do, in fact, from the IIMs, etc., and even the top institutes, I think that is the best way to select the college in that sense.